Hi there, my name is Sarah Del Nido Budish. I'm speaking to you today on behalf of my colleagues Tom Lin and Minju. We are part of the Vision for Lexington Committee. And we wanted to share with you our request for $75,000 to fund the townwide survey for Lexington that we are hoping to administer in 2027. The Vision for Lexington Committee has a number of objectives and has existed in town for a couple of decades now. One piece of our mission is to think about the long-term future of Lexington. And the survey specifically is a way to engage the Lexington community, Lexington residents in thinking about Lexington's long-term future. The survey we are also hoping will be a way to fulfill our mission of identifying what residents see as opportunities and challenges that may shape Lexington's future, and also exist today from people's perspectives. So to really capture a snapshot of what the town is looking like to residents now. Um, the survey will allow us to measure, track, and report progress on the topics and questions that are included in the survey. This is a longitudinal project, and so this really goes to the part of the Vision for Lexington Committee's mission of providing a connection point between what residents think and feel and perceive at this moment, and onto this kind of the fourth component here, to decision-making bodies in the town. So the survey has in the past, and we hope will, result in concrete recommendations to the select board, as appropriate, the school committee, planning board, basically decision-making bodies in town, to provide a channel between what residents are experiencing and those decisions that are made by the town. So the goal of the survey in this iteration is to identify and better understand what residents see as their main interests and their main concerns. As I said, this would provide information, really important information, to decision-making bodies in town about the impact of their decisions on residents. The project is in its fourth iteration. It was first administered in 2012 and has been administered every 5 years since then. So it's a really special opportunity to kind of gather data over a long period of time, and also provide a tool for meeting the moment and really getting that snapshot of what things are looking like. We have a few guiding principles that are important as we design and administer the project from our perspective. The first is consistency. So there are some questions that we want to make sure that we carry forward. We want to have an eye on trends, how things are changing or not changing in the town, and the longitudinal piece is a really great opportunity for that. At the same time, relevance is another core principle. The survey is a chance to meet the moment and really capture what the town is looking like to residents now. A lot has happened in the past 5 years, and so we're excited about the opportunity to provide a chance for residents to be heard. And finally, the third core principle is about connection. We hope the survey will be a chance to engage all members of the community in what they feel is important for the town to know and be thinking about, and be heard on those things. And that includes residents who already are really actively engaged in town in various ways, and multiple channels, as well as those who are residents of the town and may not have been as available or inclined for whatever reason to engage. We hope that the survey will provide an appealing, easy, exciting opportunity for everyone to really be heard. In terms of the projected timeline, what we're hoping to do this spring and summer is first to finalize an RFP. One of the first steps of the project is to engage with a contractor, a company that can help us administer, build, gather results from the survey from a technical perspective, and we'll do that through an RFP process. So we're preparing the RFP and hoping to roll that out in terms of a process this spring and summer. And in addition, a really important piece of preparing the survey at a substantive level is doing outreach to groups and individuals in town. Our hope with this is to be able to gather some information before we finalize the questions on the survey on what's important to residents. What do people want to be asked about? We're sort of expecting that at least some or most of the previous surveys will hit on these important areas. And at the same time, we want to make sure that the questions aren't really missing something that feels really important to residents. Next fall, we're hoping to finalize the content of the survey, to test it, and to have an outreach strategy in place to distribute the survey effectively, and also get the word out is a really, really important component of the success of the survey. Spring 2027 is when we will be looking to launch the survey, of course. This will involve a big marketing and publicity push to make sure that we get the survey to the community, to the places that are really communication hubs. Hopefully, our outreach and marketing publicity strategy up to that point will inform this work so that we can really be efficient and effective about getting the survey out and getting the word out. So our budget request is $60,000. This covers a number of components, the largest of which is engaging a contractor to administer the survey and actually build it at a technical level. This is how previous iterations of the survey have worked, and that process is likely to, as we said, begin this year. But the contractor will be responsible, among other things, for actually building the survey. Our publicity and marketing campaign is again a very important and very central part of the work that we have between now and the launch of the survey and even afterwards. For instance, during the launch of the survey in 2022, there was a postcard campaign that actually was really effective and resulted in a meaningful bump in participation. So we want to consider those types of opportunities and be creative about ways to boost participation in the survey. There will be hopefully qualitative engagement both before the survey is launched and after. Beforehand, the idea would be to inform the content, inform the questions, and afterwards, and again, this is consistent with previous iterations of the survey, the idea would be to hold focus groups, conversations with residents will that will help to contextualize the results and supplement the findings, and hopefully add some nuance to what data is captured in the survey. The 2022 budget was $50,000, so we put this in for context, and so our current request is a modest but hopefully meaningful increase to account for some rising costs, while also staying, sort of within a range that we think is achievable. On that note, I want to just end with some thoughts that we have at this point about potential changes to the survey this time around. And we're really focusing on two kind of directions for this at this point. One is really leaning into the opportunity that the survey provides to invite residents to prioritize different issues. This is the kind of thing that decision makers in town, of course, do all the time. They're trading off between different important interests. And so we're curious to see if the survey can ask residents to do some of that work themselves and share it back in the survey so that we have a sense, we sort of collectively have a sense of how people would resolve those types of tensions if they come up. We also want to have an eye towards balancing the thoroughness of the survey, which it has been very thorough in the past, with a manageable scope and length. We want to make sure it doesn't take too long for people to answer the survey and that they can do it very easily. And we think that that will boost participation. The second area that we're really excited about exploring is what would it look like to have students be involved in the survey. In the past, students haven't taken the survey, but we are hopeful that this time around that they will participate, they can participate. And as well as providing their feedback before the survey is administered in some of these pre-survey outreach efforts that we engage in. And sort of the theory there is not only sort of the more the merrier, having more people participate is always better, and also that students may very well contribute questions or topics that wouldn't come to mind, first for those of us who are no longer students. So we're hoping that we can really learn something from these groups and make the survey even better. So thank you for considering this, and we're hopeful to run a really effective, meaningful survey in 2027.